So as it turns out, we wasn't getting continuity throughout this whole, from the terminal all the way back, we wasn't getting continuity. So the electrician, Ryan Boss, electrician man. Yeah, he taken apart the harness, at least the part that's plug in from the terminal to the fuse box, to check why the fuse box not getting power through this wire from the battery.
Realize that this was the main wire to go to the fuse box. You would probably figure out that he probably would get power for once to the fuse box. Right? Because now we getting the phone to work. I mean, he getting power. I getting power going to the fuse box now. So now things should go a little more smoother in terms of getting the car to start.
Yeah, so the electrician, doing his part and everything. But my project is to clean out this so we could hook up the fuel assembly now. And boy, I have a lot of work to do. This man listening to classic Chris Brown while working on my car, you know.
Yes.
Check it. Nah, not the key, check it. I was in the light.
You do a good job. You're getting power. You're getting power. You do a good job.
And I think I hook up all by the steering wheel and everything fairly okay.
I don't think so.
Chucky Nicky.
Not going Chucky Nicky just so.
That's your wrong key.
Oh shit.
That's your wrong key or the right key? Nothing. What is this? Alright. No. Nah, don't try the back windows now. Them thing must be going through.
So yeah.
Yeah. Turn the key. Nothing. Alright. So yeah. This is what we're looking at here. This is what we're going to deal with in a short moment. Out to the way. Alright, so this is what we're looking at here. This is Brong plug in S13s. Okay, so basically this powers the ECCS relay, and that clicks on the relay, and then that sends power to the brain, right? Right. So what you're doing right now is he deepening the old one on the original.
Plug to work for the RB20 R33 harnesses, right?
Yeah, I believe that's the R33 harness.
So we just, because the plug is a different shape.
Yeah, they go plug in.
So we just making it work.
Yeah, deepening it and then inserting it to the correct functions.
25. So that's this one here. So we have feed, and which most likely means if this tie in here, right? If the tie in here, most likely the 37 and 39 will get ignition power. So once that get power there, we will have power going to the coils, After that, the only thing we had sorted is the fuel pump relay, because we don't have injector power and everything else. We have power at the crank angle sensor and we have power at the airflow meter, but we only know that when it is the relay activate properly. Right? And because as you can tell here, right, as you can tell here, this pin 40 is basically our output to the ECCS relator activated. Right. So once that activated and this switch up here closes, we'll get power to the crank angle sensor and the airflow meter. So we'll have power thing for that, and it's just after that it's just power to this, and we'll power to the starter, ignition switch for the starter. So it's really just a fix with fuse and fix the relay,
and we good to go.
And we good to go. It will start in one shot.
Boom. Find it look like the right filter?
Yep. Screw up then.
So everything so far is finished. We successfully powered the ECU, got power to the body harness. Everything is hooked up except for the starter. But before we organize the starter, right, we go in and organize putting in the new fuel pump assembly by seeing the similarities between these two. So that's the old assembly. This is what it used to plug in, and there's the new fuel assembly. So before this point in the video, you might have seen, like, just a montage of clips. I don't really have any kind of understanding of what really take place, any kind of explanation. And I was not no electrician, so I can't really explain it here. But however, seeing that is my bill, is my car, I overseen everything. I'm supposed to be able to, explain what taking place on my car. So I go in and see if I could, shed some light on what was done so far in terms of the electrical, and it, just talk about it. Before I get started, I wanted to say that Ryan did a real good job on the car, right? He was pleased with his work, I was pleased with his work. He was shocked that, it turned out to being so good. Not a single wire was cut. He kept it as original as possible. Although we had to unpin a few things, it still worked out to be in plug and play. So yeah, I had to give a massive respect, to Ryan Boss, electrician man, because the man, he bad. Just straight up, the man bad, right? Anyways, I'm getting into explaining what, he did. Alright, to be honest with you, I don't even know where I should start. I think the first thing I should start by saying is the main thing that was going on, that was happening, is that the body harness wasn't getting power. The reason why the body harness wasn't getting power is because the fuse box wasn't getting power. And I jacked in this, and hooked up everything, and it still wasn't getting power. It turns out the reason why it wasn't getting power is because the power doesn't necessarily only run through this and go to the fuse box, but it also kind of comes from this to power the harness as well. Yeah. This is a piece of thing that was, dangling, connected here. I just had it here dangling, and I didn't know exactly. Yeah, I didn't know what it was for, And then Ryan came and he was like, well, he connected the two, and then all of a sudden we got power to the body harness inside. So we got power windows and the horn and everything simply from Ryan just coming and just connecting these two things here. Alright, the second thing we had to figure out was, we power the body harness, so now it's to power the brain, right? To give power to the brain and the engine harness. And well, once again, Ryan, did his thing, and these four plugs and connectors were just dangling there now. And I thought all four of these were just like one-sided, and he came and just decided, what, let me just try and put them together, and they click in. So evidence and more evidence of me being kinda retarded. But moving on, the only things that Ryan really spliced was existing electrical tape, just to examine and see what the color codes were, how they join, to see what the functions were now, right? And well, I also didn't know that this was for a relay, and he took a relay from my heap here, from the old body harness that I took out, and just fitted one here. Yeah. So this is known as the ECCS relay, and what this does is it switches. Oh gosh, yes, it switches. Come on, man. Look at tomorrow. Alright. Basically, it switches the ECU on or off by removing the main ECU earth. There's a permanent earth to the circuit that controls it. If the power is turned off, the ECCS relay keeps ECU earth on until settings are saved, and then it turns off. Right? So that means that brain memory will work because of the ECCS control. I just wanted to explain for me the ECU side of the wiring now, but the importance of the plug by the MAF sensor and the ECCS relay.
So the ECCS relay does automatically tie in with the ECU, right? With the engine harness, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is a main plug in every RB harness that basically joins the body harness to the engine harness with the necessary wires or pins to say that would turn on the ECU and power up the ECU.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We basically powered up the harness via the body plug that on the C33.
There's the square plug in front.
That given crank signal everything.
Alright, thanks, boy. And finally, basically we power the whole ECU setup through the OEM body plug for the C33. Right? Basically, there's headlights. All of this is part of the body harness. This is run for the headlights, so you can plug in, your headlights. And well, it comes all the way up here and connects. Well, on another system, it would, directly plug in, but we had to depin it and fit it in. And that is how power went from the engine harness through the fender, through the body of the car, and then would click on the ECCS relay and turn on the brain, basically. Yeah, so it got dark, so I came inside. Next episode we'll be doing the fuel assembly, and the starter and possibly starting for reals. We didn't get to do it the last time, well, the day when we was doing the wiring, we didn't get to do it. So hopefully next week we'll plan a day and get that done, because you know our work and stuff. But yeah, I wrapping up for the night. There's BTS behind the scenes, what I just do to keep myself motivated, you know. I just keep me motivated at this time, you know, all the good stuff, you know, keep doing the bill and stuff like that. But you know, to keep myself motivated, I just play game. Like for real, I just play game. On car X, it actually has the C33 now, boy. And that is how I keep motivated. I just drive my own car. Yeah, drive my own car how I would in real life once the car done build, and that is how I keep motivated. But that is all for this video, you know, right? Thanks for watching. If you like the video, let me know. If you didn't like the video, let me know. If you have any advice to give, because I know a lot of y'all know a lot more than me, share some advice, because the help is much appreciated. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time.